I thought you were gonna pick this movie right here.
I swear to fucking God!
I'm gonna turbo accelerate myself.
If you
through
show
my
I should have brought
flashlight.
Turbo to
one more
this to the
time,
fucking
I'm gonna
table.
come to your house
Oh,
and
that's next
fucking
week.
kill
Oh,
you.
dude.
We're all gonna pick Turbo.
I'm going
Turbo's
to do
coming.
it in Minecraft.
Turbo
I'm going
is
to do it.
coming. More turbos are coming.
Speak into the microphone.
Hey, Simon, guess what?
What's up?
You know,
what's up, Hobie G?
I really realized throughout this past, like, day and a half that people are amazing. Welcome back, everyone, to this nice, beautiful show that we got going on. I am the whale himself. No.
This is worth this medium rare.
We got
Oh,
the
he's
good,
got
the,
the
whale, and the
Oh,
bruv.
he's got the Wagyu.
We did it.
No, not the
What do you
Wagyu.
mean?
Oh, you don't got no Wagyu,
Steak.
damn, that's crazy.
Oh, there's a steak.
You got that steak, son.
We need a
Got that
steak.
steak.
That's
That
sweet.
sweet wampum.
Sweet,
See,
juicy steak.
I knew you were gonna do that, but I was like, I gotta stand up before he does. I gotta snag the bit, but I was too late.
Oh, man. Could you believe it? It's a Friday once again! We made it to... Oh, my God!
we?
Wait, it wouldn't be a Friday. It's a
It's
Saturday!
a Saturday.
The secret.
Yep.
Once
The
again!
Secret Saturday that you can watch right now on Cartoon
We made
Network.
it to 2 episodes. Can
It
you
is-
fucking believe it?
Saturday,
we-
January 20th.
We are doing it on. Yeah. We are recording this on. When are we recording this, Cass?
Don't tell them when we're out. Don't tell them
we're
we're
recording this
We're
on-
recording it. It's actually uploading while we record it. Every second we record is
This is a
This is a
live
live show,
pod.
guys.
This is
Everything
live,
we
but
do is
this is
live.
live, but
Live.
nobody else is here. We're just like
Yeah.
live premiering it for ourselves. You know, that's just how it is.
Exactly.
Not a bad
So,
idea.
we're back to talk about, I don't know, movies, probably?
Maybe
huh?
if you want. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
We do
man.
a bit of the movie. We do a bit of the wrestling. And a bit of the I'm gonna eat my steak.
So, this week, it's our first ever What We Got.
What do we got?
Oh, show and tell
It's
time,
show and tell
baby.
time, boys.
Sure and tell.
Guys,
So-
I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. No, he's leaving.
Now we're good. We're good.
He's ascending.
He's dematerializing. All right.
I gotta
Yeah.
tell you guys real quick. I feel like I gotta tell you. You know, this is very important. So I feel the stakes are high.
Get it? Because he's eating steak. So fun fact, for those of you who don't know, steak is kind of like this American delicacy. Some people in Japan have
Yeah.
it, of course. Even some people in Brazil, believe it or
Called the
not.
wagyu.
The Wagyu.
It's called the wagyu.
Wagyu.
Because they wagga their finger at
The
you.
Wagyu the finger. Ew, no.
Shut up!
Have we even talked about...
No.
Would you guys believe it if I told you 10 minutes have passed?
Not happy.
Not your steak, it's mine! Get your own! Alright.
No.
Why, do you know how What We Got works?
Yeah, what we got, love it, is what I got. No.
It works.
No.
That's all you need to know.
No sublime today, boys. We are talking about basically what we got. What we got is basically we bring something to the table. Each of us, we bring something
True.
and we talk about it. So
this week we're doing movies. So basically the idea is that we are just going to dive into the library of movies,
dive.
any movie in existence, and we are presenting it to the other boys here today.
Yep.
It can literally be anything. The other boys don't know what I've got. Wyatt doesn't know what we
I'm
don't know
gonna
what Wyatt's
take a
got. Simon doesn't
fat
know.
prediction and say that Wyatt's picked 8 Crazy Nights. I'm gonna take a fat guess right now and say that he's picked 8 Crazy.
I don't want to hear any more of that movie. Like
Oh,
after
you
actually
might.
seeing it, never again.
Don't you want to
Never
see
again.
those deers shitting all over the place again? Don't you want to see that?
invited in my house.
Your house sucks.
Good, because your house sucks.
we all know what happened
am
at
the
the skate
real-
rink today when Whitey brought up your sad past.
Shut up. Shut up.
Walked away.
Voice
Would you
is
check
never
out
in.
her
Alright,
bizarre?
so
Sorry.
Yeah, I think the voices in your head are all the product placements, right? Like the Foot Locker guy,
The ones that like
and
weren't
the
allowed.
coffee,
You mean like
the GNC.
GHC Radio
So,
Shack?
who wants to go first?
Why don't I go first? Actually,
Well, I'm munching.
Nah.
So
What?
Yeah.
Go
Sure,
for it.
One moment. Let me just fix this because I don't like the way the lighting looks right now. I know Cass said he could fix it, but
Oh,
I guess
dear.
I think he's wrong. There we go. Now we're talking.
oh dear,
Tell us.
you
Much
want
less
What,
hard.
what did
to
you
fight with Wyatt Payton?
What did you pick out of the library?
I
Give us
picked
your-
8 Crazy Nights, like you said. No. No, I actually...
No, fuck.
I probably have the
I
most to
wish you
say
did.
about that, though. No. You know what, though? I decided that I'm going to pick a fight with Alistair Black.
Okay.
Okay, well, what's the
What's
movie
your fucking
though?
movie?
So the movie that I've chosen, actually, is a very bad movie.
Oh, lovely.
Because I got this on a hunch recently because I watched the
Yep.
trailer for it and I was like, wow, this should have been way better. That movie is
dear.
Max Payne.
Oh dear. Oh.
Oh no.
Now, this came about because the actor recently passed away from the video games, so I was like,
Oh yes.
very sad because that voice is iconic.
Of course. Yeah.
So I went and I like watched the movie like not when it came out, but like after I played the game and stuff, and they chose to cast Mark Wahlberg as Max Payne, which is not ideal.
I'm Max Payne.
I'm Max Payne.
That's the role I was born for.
I just want to get some beers in the game, bro.
What are you
Bro, I just want
doing?
to go catch some Bud Lights and see the game, bro.
Just want to get some Bud Lights. I
what are you
love
doing?
Jesus. I love
Oh my
Jesus
God.
so
Oh my
much.
God.
Unrelated, I do have to mention. You remember that scene in Transformers 4 where Mark Wahlberg is like after the Bud Light truck crashes and he's like, "You got insurances? Insurance? Put it on my tab."
Put it
and
on my
he cracks
tab.
a
He
Bud
cracks
Light
the Bud
on
Light. It's
side
the
of
best
it.
scene ever.
Oh,
It's one of the
dude.
best scenes ever
Best.
made.
Very well
Honey,
done
go
scene.
get my alien gun. Yeah, amazing. Remember T.J. Miller dies horribly in that film for some reason.
He deserves it.
Very weird.
He fucking deserves it.
But no,
Fuck him.
yeah, Max Payne, yeah, this movie is not good mainly because what the games do, that's a movie that you can't really emulate on screen. The game, first off, early PS2 game, so it automatically has this kind of creepiness to it that a lot of games like that had. There is a very surreal horror element to those games. A lot of hallucinations, a lot of very, very disturbing themes of like infant murder and yeah. Like the game literally starts out and you see your wife and newborn child dead. Like it's insane.
Oh yeah,
That's
he's
how
that one.
yes,
Yeah, you're right.
that game starts out that way. Insane.
This is a trip. This is a trip for me because I know fucking nothing about.
It's
Max
basically
Payne
it
almost.
plays
Like,
out. There's no big cut scenes either. It's all like comic strips, like almost like a motion comic type thing. Except there's no motion. It's just comic strips with like voiceovers, and it's this really cool Sin City-esque storyline. And of course, you got your slow-mo, gameplay with the bullet time and everything. Amazing stuff right there. Really good stuff. The movie basically said, hey, what if we were like Sin City, but like not? And we were just terrible and we had no style whatsoever. But we have really cool Blizzard scenes like in the game. That's it. And we'll do 2 scenes in which we do slow-mo gunshots. And also we include demons for some reason.
are there actual demons in the Max
there's
Payne
no
universe?
action. So the whole thing, in the games, there's this whole drug called Valkyr, which is kind of like, it's just like this street drug, get you high, but also makes you see shit. You never actually see what's being, like, what people are talking about and everything. There's a lot of, like, weird demonic themes and everything. Nothing supernatural, though. The movie decides to just depict those as just giant winged Valkyries that just kind of show up and take people and, like, throw them out of a building. But it's like, what? There is a scene you can watch the trailer. There is a scene where like Mark Wahlberg is like yelling as like this tornado of fire and brimstone is surrounding him with these winged beasts, and he's like,
"Oh my god, yeah, I have seen that."
You tweeted out the trailer a couple days ago, and I saw. I was like, "What the fuck are these
fuck
games
is Max
about?"
Payne
I thought it was
about?
just like a noir storyline.
Yeah, and also Mila Kunis is in it. Ted reunion. So there you go.
Kunis.
Wait, really?
Yeah, she plays Mona Sachs in the movie, which is the worst fucking casting ever. It's
Yo, Mona
Mona Sachs. Yeah. Yeah, Mona Sachs is kind of like this badass, like, femme fatale, like, lady, but, like, Mila Kunis just decides to just play Meg Griffin. So...
What? Why of all
When-
people, when you're casting a femme fatale, why the fuck would you think of Mila Kunis? She's not a femme fatale, bro.
No.
When I think of a femme fatale, I think about Salma Hayek.
When did this movie come out?
This movie came out in 2007, I believe. No, 2008. 2008 this came out. Which is
Really?
considered one
Oh.
of the best years for film ever. Because we had Iron Man, we had Dark Knight, Tropic Thunder.
Clearly.
A bunch of shit came out that year. And Wall-E, yes, indeed.
Yep.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes.
Wallahi.
And Wall-E. Like I said, this movie is it's a piece of shit. Ludacris is in it for some reason as like the new hotshot detective guy, which is really stupid because why?
I'm sorry, but Eve is like, Joe comes down while he's like,
Wallahi.
I'm finished. Imagine Mark Wahlberg just like in one of his like
Wallahi, I'm finished, bro.
No.
I'm finished.
No, you look at how Mark Wahlberg nowadays, he just posts like his like Instagram videos of him walking out of like, Sunday mass with like the ash on his forehead. He just goes, "Well, Ali, we're all finished."
I'm finished, bro.
I'm finished. Wally. My brother right here. My
That's the
Muslim
last
brother.
video.
Wally.
That's the last video he ever posts. Is just him going, Wallahi, we're all finished.
Dude, Mark Wahlberg is
And he's
just hanging
never
out with
seen
that
again.
dude. Mark Wahlberg just hanging out with that dude from the fucking that show, The Chosen or whatever, and they're just talking about God. That's all he does anymore. It's like Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
literally, Jesus Christ,
Bro, were you chosen to stop 9/11? Because that was my job.
I almost did it.
Almost did it. Hey, I'm Santa Claus. I'm Santa Claus. You write to me, and I bring you gifts.
I'm fucking Santa. I fly around.
Bring me gifts.
It's me. I'm in your chimney. Get me out of there. Help.
Hey, I saw you watching Nostalgia Critic. Why are you doing that? He's not funny. Did you see his The Wall review?
Why are you doing
It's not
that?
funny. What are you doing?
Romeo and
Wait a
Juliet law, bro. The
second.
Romeo and Juliet law.
Did you ever see Hoodwinked? It's
Wait
great
a
movie.
second. I like Oreos.
Fucking MJF thing.
You know that song is royalty free, so technically we can use it.
Play it right now.
So yeah. In conclusion, if you want a good Max Payne movie, go watch Payback starring Mel Gibson. Close enough. If you want like the Sin City thing, just watch Sin City. Just watch that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Just
Fucking-
here's what you do: watch Payback on one screen and watch Sin City on the other screen on like VHS quality, and just do a shitload of cocaine. You will have a perfect Max Payne film right there.
Subway Surf.
Okay.
Max Payne is into Subway Surfers. Apparently, fucking two screens at the same time.
But yeah, that is my that's my discussion right there. Again, not an amazing, not a good film whatsoever, but I would like to see a Max Payne film eventually, maybe even a series. It could be very beneficial.
I think a series it could cook.
Yeah,
And also,
you can't really do Max Payne.
You really
as
need
a
to
movie.
nail that casting as well, because no one has a voice like James McCaffrey. So
What are you talking
what are you
about?
talking about? I'm Max
Mark Wahlberg,
Payne.
Mark
Get out of the fucking
Fucking
plot.
Max Payne.
I'm a
what
man
you're
of
saying-
Jesus.
Imagine Mark Wahlberg in an Alan Wake movie. It's like, oh, my stories are
No.
coming to life.
Oh my
Fuck.
God.
Holy
No.
shit.
So, Wyatt,
Yes.
you want somebody with a singular voice and somebody who sounds unlike it and has like kind of like that noir quality.
Yes.
So what you're saying is you want Pedro Pascal to play Max Payne.
You want Timothy? He wants Timothy Chalamet to play.
He wants
Max
Tom
Payne.
Holland.
Oh,
Oh
Timothy
my god.
Chalamet or
No,
Tom Holland.
Tom
for
Holland
sure.
would be the funniest fucking is Max. Him? Can you imagine?
He just slowly plays every male character in
I
video
love
games.
the idea
and
of
movies.
Tom Holland in like a New York City blizzard, like walking to the subway station, just going like
And he's doing his
the
stupid
monologue.
like
Yeah. Oh no, Tom Holland's doing the.
you know,
No, better yet, Tom Holland is
you know that
just
face he does the fucking.
no. Tom Holland's just doing the Max Payne face from the first game, where he just goes like the fucking photo. Like,
he just has his, he just has a super
Yeah.
serious face. He has a super serious face. Fucking.
I hate him.
that would be really funny though. Tom Holland just being like, "Hey, so my family's dead, and I can't do a Tom Holland impression. It's just it's too sad. I can't do it.
I just
Oh,
hate
Mr.
him.
Sark!
I just hate
Mr.
him.
Sark!
holy shit, that was awesome. Like he shoots like
Okay,
he
so,
does the bullet time and he
they-
goes, oh, that was awesome.
That just happened.
I just did that.
How do I do that? They implement it into the story.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Very, very, very interesting. I didn't even know they made a movie
They
about
did,
this.
they
man,
did.
so-
I always forget. It's like when I remember that they made like a fucking Double Dragon movie. Like they made
Boys.
a Double Dragon movie.
They did.
No.
I didn't know that, but boys,
Yeah.
my movie is a movie from 2013.
Oh,
Probably one of the, in my opinion, one of the most underrated movies of this era,
Epic.
of this century.
Oh, bro,
Not
that
epic,
movie
go fuck
fucking slaps.
hold on.
I
One more
picked
guess.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
What?
See, I thought
That's
you were
my
gonna
pick.
pick this movie.
Uh-oh.
What?
I thought you were gonna pick this movie right here.
Swear to God, what? I swear to fucking God!
I'm gonna turbo accelerate myself.
If you
through
show
my
that
should've
last
brought
line.
turbo to
one
this-
more
to the
time,
fucking
I'm gonna
table.
come to your house
Oh, that's
and
next
fucking
week.
kill
Oh,
you.
dude.
We're all gonna
I'm
pick
going
turbo.
to, I'm going
Turbo's
to do
coming.
it in Minecraft.
Turbo
I'm going
is
to do it.
coming. More turbos are coming.
turbo. I can just picture Ryan Reynolds being like, "I have come."
Listen, down the line,
Yes.
if we get like some goals going, if we have like patrons and stuff, if we get a certain amount of patrons, you can force me to watch the entirety of Turbo, and I'll make a VOD of it.
Commentary
that?
tracks. Let's
People.
go.
People,
I'll do a
people,
commentary track of me
looking,
watching
I'm looking
Turbo.
directly at you, people. Make this happen.
Make it happen.
Make this
Once we
happen,
get a
please. I'm gonna
Patreon-
get like uncomfortably close to the microphone. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Don't do that. Don't do the fucking.
Don't vor. We don't
do
vor on
that.
this channel. Come on, man.
That's fucked up. All right. Yeah, I picked the Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Fuck off. I picked the Secret Life of Walter Mitty because I remember vividly, like even first time I watched it, like Ben Stiller, right?
hmm
One of the most underrated actors of all time.
He's very good. He's extremely well.
He's
so
a great.
good.
Does not get enough dramatic opportunities. And whenever he does, he fucking smashes it. So it's good to see that, honestly.
In this movie, he's a simp in a photography job, and I mean, the idea that a movie that like portrays what you are imagining in your head, like they made all the CGI happen and everything, brilliant idea. The cast is fucking great, even though you got names like what, Kristen Wiig, Adam Scott. Like I'm looking at that cast and I'm going.
Most
But they're
2013
really,
movie.
dude, they're really good in this.
Yeah.
Like everyone's great
Yeah.
in this movie. Sean Penn is his
Oh yeah, his dad's sitting in Mount Everest at the end or some bullshit like that.
goes,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. I remember watching the trailer for this when the trailer first came out. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Because I had no idea what the fuck.
Yeah.
Because it was just like Ben Stiller like skateboarding on this like beautiful like area and like him jumping out a window and like I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Like,
Yeah,
this
half of it is really gorgeous, like him visiting a different country and hanging with the natives and like the scene where he jumps onto the boat. Obviously, it's a good one.
And he
but
directed the movie,
best
right?
best scene for me. Yeah, he directed
Yeah.
it. So, which is crazy as well.
Because
that
I
he
believe the only
could
thing
do
that he
something
did
like this.
prior to this was Tropic Thunder and Zoolander, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that like it's still got that wacky thing to it because
Oh, yeah.
the whole fight scene over the Stretch Armstrong
Yeah.
when they
Oh yeah.
He
pull
just
out the
jumps
building
out of
and
the
then-
Oh
building.
my god, I remember that.
and
We saw that in theaters.
Sonic Adventure 2 surfing across the concrete floor. It is one of the sweetest, coolest films I've seen. I rewatch it because I rewatched the movie for this.
Yep.
Like it might be up there as one of my favorites now because like I knew I liked
I
it, but I
hear
didn't
that-
think I loved it. So I think I
You're
love
not
it
the
now.
only one I've heard say that because I remember I saw Walter Mitty in theaters with my family because it's kind of a wholesome family watch.
Yeah, it's
it
cute.
is, but I barely remember it because it was probably right around 10 years ago now because the movie came out in like December 2013 and it's
I
God,
highly
it's
recommend it.
2024.
It's
Yeah, I
it's
want to watch it. I
legend.
should watch it again.
It's a very
been a
like
very
I
long
remember
time.
my big thing with the movie is like I really liked everything that was just kind of Ben Stiller like walking around different places. Like I didn't give a fuck about
Yeah.
Kristen Wiig or
It felt like
anyone
a
else.
documentary.
Yeah, it was very weird. I was like, oh, this is like
It's nice.
it's very like
it's really
dreamlike
good.
as well. It was very like had a cool vibe to it. I do
And
like it quite a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
And
my
I agree
movie.
with Cass's. I agree with Cass's vibe. I like that the whole like they frame him as like a photographer because I forgot that he was until you mentioned it because this whole movie's about him like going out there and taking life out by his own by his own terms and fucking. And I feel like it makes most sense that when you have a job where you're literally just like framing other people's lives, you're watching somebody else do what you want to do,
Also,
and then you
camera work in that fucking movie
very
is
good.
incredible.
Amazing.
Like the shots of
I
him walking
remember
down the
it being-
corridor, and when he wakes up
Yep.
in the morning, and it's like the drone shot.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
man.
it was nominated for best cinematography, wasn't it?
Man.
Had to have
I
been.
can't
Gorgeous.
remember if it was. I feel like it was one of those ones that got snubbed a lot because I know it's a big cult classic.
Yeah, it only has
It-
like a
it-
52 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very weird.
Yeah,
But it has like a 71
dear.
audience score.
Well, that's a shame.
it's low for an audience
Um,
score. I thought the audience
yeah.
would be more into it.
That's a shame.
well, also
I was,
keep this in mind.
No. You should hear me out.
Yes.
I was gonna play a game after the films was announced where we guess the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh, sorry. I wish you told me that.
You should have said that before.
You
You should have
fuck.
said that before.
You big old.
Oh boy, I wonder what Walter Mitty's got on Rotten Tomatoes.
We could do R2. We could do White Knives still if you want. 'Cause I don't know
Yeah,
what
let's
mine
do it. That
has.
sounds fun actually, because I don't know what Max Payne's.
All right, but yeah, like to cap it off, very underrated. Should have won more awards. Everyone's great in it. Brilliantly
agree.
shot.
Very
I
good
like
movie.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. That's my movie for this
It's a
week.
good movie. So, Cass, I was worried for a sec because my movie is also from 2013.
Ooh.
And I also consider it to be very underrated. And I legit thought by some fucking insane like miracle we were both going to pick the same movie for the first, which would have been ridiculous. That would have been the most insane shit
I
ever.
feel like we should do a punishment if two people get the same movie because you shouldn't. There's so many movies.
That is actually pretty funny.
Cinnamon challenge.
Like if we get the
Cinnamon
same,
challenge.
yeah, cinnamon challenge. Okay, yeah, do you know what? Yeah,
Chubby,
we'll do that.
Chubby bunny, but
Put
instead
this all
saying
on record.
Chubby
If you're
Bunny-
watching this, write this down. We are doing
Yeah.
all of this. Okay, cool.
Chubby Bunny, but instead of saying Chubby Bunny, you have to say the title of the movie over
Yeah,
there.
but so you have to say a racial slur. That's just like
That was Max Payne, by the way.
yeah. That's
My
Max Payne.
choice. Is
Thank you for that.
My
Famous Max Payne dialogue.
oh,
Where's my wife and kid?
What's your movie?
What's your film?
my movie's a solid change of pace as well. I love Power Rangers.
That wasn't 2013.
And that's why Pacific Rim
Oh.
is my fucking choice. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this movie. You want to talk about movies that are underrated? You want to talk about movies that deserve more? Pacific Rim is one of the last blockbusters from that 2010s period that wasn't fucking Marvel related or that wasn't like a superhero movie or Star Wars or some kind of big. It was an original IP. It was an original franchise, and it still holds up. I am not gonna sit here and pretend like it has the greatest story because it doesn't. The story is kind of
I was waiting for it. I was waiting.
I get
Get
like
out of here.
I almost just like punched my webcam when I saw that fucking.
Bro almost hit
popped
the
up on
Markiplier
screen.
like.
Oh, dude! Every episode, yeah, we have to do it every time.
Jesus. No, why not?
Oh, Jesus! This is what that's what the robots look like. That's what the robots look like in Pacific Rim Uprising with
I
the
will
bad
say
frame
this.
rate and all. Like that's how they look.
I will say this, Simon, about Pacific Rim, the first one.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
hype for that film was exponential. Because I remember,
yeah.
I remember watching it was 2012, and it was Comic-Con, I believe, was happening. and they were
Yep.
streaming it on. I think it was like Spike TV or some shit. They were like streaming that shit, and
Yeah.
I was like, they were talking about Pacific Rim. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like Charlie Day's in this, and it's about like these like monsters and robots or some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck? And then like pretty much it started talking about it because that's when I started like really following them week by week, talking about this film. And then the trailer dropped, and I was like, like what?
Dude, I remember every time that trailer would come on when we'd go to the movies, I would like leave like awed.
Yeah.
Like I would. There's some movies I saw in 2013 that I think about less than I thought about the Pacific Rim trailer when I watched it. And the movie is not the fucking masterpiece.
No.
It's not the best written movie. It's not the best acted movie. Although I give everybody credit. That's one thing you have to say. Actors like Idris Elba and Charlie Day and Ron Perlman and Charlie Hunnam, they give 100%.
Oh, they know
to the
what
material.
they're in, and they give it all.
Yeah,
Like,
and
yeah.
they don't look down on it either. They commit to it 100%, and I think that sincerity is what makes the characters likable, in my opinion.
Idris Elba, especially
And-
with like the best line ever in the trailer, like today we're canceling the apocalypse. Like,
You're canceling the apocalypse.
yeah, incredible. Love that shit.
Like, I can't remember. Did he have a mustache in that movie at that point?
Yes, he
I can't
did.
remember.
I was going to say, that looked very
um,
questionable, Simon. You might want to...
Today we're no, I'm joking. I'm not doing that.
Oh!
Cass's face. Cass's face.
Hitler installed the Union of the
You
Union
know,
of-
you know what it was, and we do not condone that. No,
You
no, no.
already know.
We don't condone.
You damn right.
I don't condone you, fuckhead.
Oh, why you? No.
No racism,
Why you?
no.
That anti-Semitism.
No.
Absolutely.
No,
We have to cut so much of this.
but no, like you were
Pacific
supposed-
Rim.
Yeah. One more
Alright,
thing
keep
I
going.
do
I'm
want
going
to
to give
say.
him a Pacific Rim. I swear to fucking God.
One more thing I do want to say about that film is that, like you said, story is not the best. Characters aren't really the best either. Like, I don't really give a fuck
Yeah.
about the characters in that film. But man, if those weren't some of the best visual effects ever at the time, even
No,
still,
dude,
even
Guillermo,
still.
like, there's a great video by somebody who he covered a lot of anime, but he talked about how the reason why Pacific Rim works a lot better for people than, say, I know we have its fans, fucking Transformers, is that every single robot in Jaeger in Pacific Rim is so intricately designed. Like, you look at like the control panel and they're all extremely unique. They all have these little quirks and gizmos and buttons, and like and it makes them stand out beyond just like the front design. It also makes them like, you feel like each of these things work in different ways. You have the one that's
Yeah.
operated by 3 people. You have one that's operated by just one. You have and even like the second movie, like, it had a decent idea of having one of the kaiju brains operating the Pacific Rim. The problem is that Pacific Rim Uprising is trash, and it didn't get any of what made the
biggest-
original as fun as it did.
The biggest thing too is that the amazing mix of, like, obviously the big CG set pieces, like the lighting, everything, was them in like the cockpit and everything, them in those suits,
Yeah.
like all that was real. They were splashing water on them. It was like it
cutting
was real
back and
movie
forth.
making. Like,
When I look at Pacific Rim, it's like, fuck, why wasn't the Power Rangers movie like this?
Yeah.
It should have action this dynamic. And I'm not saying like, now I love the Pacific Rim action because it is visually great, but it is also like, it's slow, but you feel the weight of every single hit. Like when the fucking main Jaeger drags that boat across the ground and just clocks one of the kaijus in the face with it, or when the sword comes out when they're in the sky, you feel like
man.
every hit, and it strikes with visuals, and it makes me think about the Power Rangers movie and how, like, when it cuts back to them in their little cockpits, it's like, oh, you're sitting on a green screen studio. You have none of the flair that you should have.
the one thing that I will give you this though about that Power Rangers film, that it has 100% over Pacific Rim, is the characters. I like the characters a hell of a lot more in Power Rangers than I did Pacific Rim.
Well, if you got the characters of Power Rangers with the style of Pacific Rim, you have a hit.
Oh yeah.
You have like a fucking box office smash. But I just wanted to bring up Pacific Rim because I will there are a few theater experiences. Like, there's a lot of times, like, I love going to the theater, but there are a lot of times when I go to the theater where I kind of forget the experience as a whole. There are a few experiences, especially like of the 10-year-old mark, that stick with me.
Right.
Pacific Rim, I still think about seeing that in IMAX with my dad.
Yeah.
I still think about the awe I had when they're taken up into space and he pulls the sword out and he cuts the kaiju in half. And like how, in the back of my brain, I was like, holy shit, like this is what movies can be. that was like that was like another one of my genesis moments for movies. And again, I don't think it's not a perfect movie by any stretch, but it's a movie I love, and I'm a sucker for big punch 'em up robots when it's done well. Like I said, I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, so that kind of adds up. And I love Pacific Rim for both the B movie schlock it knows it is, but also for having that schlock and have it be high quality and extremely earnest in that regard. And I love it. And fuck Uprising. Garbage movie.
Dude,
terrible.
I can't believe Steven DeKnight, who gave us Daredevil, gave us that shit.
Well, he didn't stand a fucking chance.
He didn't.
That movie was.
It wasn't his fault. He was just the guy they brought in.
You think the script for the first Pacific Rim is bad? At least it's coherent.
Dude, I didn't even
It's
see
like
that movie. I didn't even
coherent.
see the second one, dude.
Pacific Rim Do you know like the big twist? Bad guy
Yeah,
moment?
it's
Do you
Charlie
know
Day.
that?
It's Charlie Day. Spoilers. Oh.
It's so. Oh, I'm sorry, I spoiled.
Isn't it
fucking
like
Pacific
some
Rim
bullshit
Uprising
like
for-
he's being controlled by the kaiju or something?
Yeah, because he melds with it in the first movie, and he like is in love with it.
That's like the dumbest fucking
Yeah,
thing
it's
ever.
weird.
Like he's married to it.
They really
it
just
could've
ruined the
been-
entire thing.
See, again, if
Yeah,
that
it-
movie had like a distinct style or like vibe or lore to it, because like that's another thing. I don't feel like I feel like the lore in the first Pacific Rim is kind of like here and there. I feel like it wants to be an anime,
There's
but then it
parts of it
wants
that
to
are really
be
cool.
You know, it's also like trying to be like a Roland Emmerich movie here and there too. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very weird.
It's caught between like it's Godzilla-isms and it's like anime-isms
Yeah.
and it's Gundam-isms.
I'd say
Like, it has, like, both-
Independence
two
Day.
sides of the same.
Independence Day, I'd say. As well.
Independence Day is
has
a
more
good,
of
is
that.
a good shout
more
too.
Of that, yeah.
Yeah, that has that patriotic spirit.
Yeah,
definitely,
exactly.
100%. It's like really, it's definitely got that. But yeah, that's my pick.
Very
Pacific Rim.
interesting.
Yeah, what an array of films we have here. What
So-
an array of films.
I'm on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to flash it past the screen. Whoa! Max Payne. I want you both to give me two numbers. I want a tomato meter and I want an audience score.
Rotten Tomatoes
What do you
meter.
think Max Payne got on Rotten Tomatoes?
So I'm gonna go tomato meter. I'm gonna go 26%.
Okay.
Audience score 30%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simon.
I'm gonna say a fat 15% critic score, and I'll go a bit higher in audience. I'm gonna say 35.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I would be delighted to inform you that Wyatt, you won on the audience score.
Exactly.
The audience
Oh.
score was 29%.
Ooh.
So you were closer.
Oh dear.
Unfortunately, Simon won on Tomato Meter
Oh.
because it got 16% on the Tomato Meter.
Weird. I
So you were both
thought
one
people
off.
liked that film when it came out for some reason.
You were both one off, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
So let's go to Pacific Rim.
Specific rim.
Pacific Rim. All right, here we go.
Spastimacated.
Again, Wyatt, give me your numbers.
All right. So Rotten Tomatoes, I'm gonna go a solid 11%, and audience score.
What?
What? Pacific Rim Uprising? Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about Uprising. Sorry. I don't know what the fuck.
No.
Sorry. I
no,
forgot
no,
what we were
no,
talking
no.
about for a second. I was like, sorry. No. First
You
Pacific
thought I
Rim.
picked
Sorry.
Pacific Rim
Holy
Uprising?
shit. I don't know. I think because we talked so much about that one, I'm just like, wait a minute. What are we talking about? No. Okay. First Pacific Rim. Rotten Tomatoes meter. I'm gonna go 66.
Okay.
66%. And audience score 82.
Okay.
71 critic,
Okay.
83 audience.
Wyatt. One audience score. 77%.
Really?
Oh, very close.
I thought it was in the 60s for some reason.
The tomato meter
Oh.
was 72%. But Simon was so goddamn close again.
Oh my god.
So
God
it's-
damn it.
It's tied. There was no point in doing
Should be in the fucking 90s. That shit should be in the 20s, bro. And
So,
not the 20s, the 90s.
Those are three
It's fucking
movies.
crazy, though.
There's a poll beneath this audio where you can see the little scrolly thing. Wow, look, there's buttons. If you want to pick either Pacific Rim, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, or Max Payne, which one do you think is the best movie? Give us your feedback. We would love to know.
Spoilers.
I'm gonna go run to get. I'm gonna go run to put the poll down there. Give me 1 second.
He's putting the poll down there. While Simon puts that poll down there, alrighty, it is Family Guy funny moment time. What is your favorite Family Guy funny moment? Cass.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I literally just hit my knee. So.
Oh, really? Okay,
So Simon's is the Peter Griffin meme. Okay. Cass, what is yours?
Just hit my knee, actually.
And he's doing the Peter Griffin funny right now. So
my favorite Family Guy funny? Oh, there's so many.
There's so many.
I love when it's a bit morbid, but I love when Peter's trying to save the whale with the forklift. that is funny.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty gross, but it's funny. Mine is when Brian eats Stewie's asshole for some reason.
What?
Remember in the Vault episode where he has to clean up his poop and then he has to lick the poop off his butt?
Okay, he doesn't. Okay, you need to learn phrasing, bro. What the fuck?
He literally does.
Eats the poo. He eats the poo out of his diaper. Not.
Yeah, and
not
Stewie's
directly
reaction
from
is,
him.
ooh.
He throws up.
I hate you, Wyatt.
He throws up before that, I think.
Yes, he does.
Does he? I don't
Simon.
remember. Anyway. Family Guy funny moment, Cass. What is it? Oh, no, right. You already said it. Fuck. Sorry.
Whale! The whale! Oh! Simon, said Fortnite. Family Guy funny moment.
Well, I did just hit my knee, so I did the Peter Griffin.
Okay.
Ow.
Okay.
My favorite Family Guy funny moment
is when he goes.
There's some good ones. I love the fucking. The one that I quote often is fucking. Hey Peter, just checked out some of that internet porn. It's in my mailbox over
I'm gonna
there.
go check my mail.
When his arm is like, when he's
Giant.
got like a fucking Resident Evil T-virus arm.
yeah.
Like that's my favorite.
Hey, you been lifting
Just check it
weights?
out.
No, not at all.
No.
I'm sorry, Peter. I have to go.
I'm gonna go back to
Amazing.
I love the idea that Quagmire has no idea what internet porn is. That's like one of the funniest jokes in the whole show.
It's such a funny bit for that, and it makes sense too.
Because why would he need it?
Like,
He's
all
already fucking having sex and shit. He doesn't need that shit. Like,
he's also like a more traditional guy, so
Yeah.
he's not really up on the internet.
To the Peter Hindenburg.
to the hidden Peter.
How do you keep buying these things?
Joe, get inside. Get inside, Joe. The blades. It's tearing up my yard.
Oh my God, it's tearing up my yard. It's
Oh,
okay.
Joe,
It's
I'm sorry.
okay, Peter. It's okay.
Everybody's fine.
Everybody's fine. We're fine.
Anyway, now that
You know what that means?
back from intermission.
DDT7.
Fuck out of the camera! I'm chopping the.
No.
No. I'm gonna pull a Tyrus and just go. That's not. I'm gonna pull a Tyrus and just go. As he's smacking me, just like.
I was gonna say I'm gonna pull a Tyrus and struggle to jump off the second rope.
So we should say we had a little bit of a brainstorming session before recording, and we think that DDT7 should continue the tradition of making lists because we loved doing that last time with the movies and the pro wrestlers. So, in honor of the Royal Rumble, which is on the 27th, which is a week from this pod, we are going to be listing our top 7 Royal Rumble moments. So these could be returns, debuts, wins, moments, eliminations, anything that happens during a Royal Rumble match. So, boys, let's start at 7. I've got mine ready. Do you want to get the photos up like we did last time?
It's kind of hard just because it's like some of them are moments. Are we gonna have a photo of a moment? I don't know.
My only problem with doing it like text-based is that some of our screens are like reversed, so you're not gonna be able to read it properly.
Yeah, let's just put it in after. Fuck it.
Okay. Well, do you want to just go in order then?
Yeah.
Or just say it at the same time?
Number
7. Simon, you go first.
Yeah.
What is
My
your
number 7? I went. This was originally higher, but I realized it's a little bit of recency bias because it just happened last year.
Oh. Yeah.
My number 7 is the final 2 between Gunther and Cody Rhodes in the Men's Royal Rumble 2023. The greatest final 2 in Men's Royal Rumble history. Best fucking back and forth. The only reason I think they did such a great job establishing that these two are going to be like, they will be the centerpieces that WWE runs around like once Roman and Seth and Randy and a few of the others who have been around since like the early 2010s kind of move on or go part-time or whatever.
Yep.
But at the same time, it was just a fucking rad final sequence of moves. And me being the Gunther mark I am, I would have lost my mind if he won, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. And the only reason it's not higher is because, yeah, Cody coming out number 30 was predictable. Also, he's supposed to be the big baby face, and he's coming out number 30 to throw out the guy who was number 1 from the beginning and has like the longest fucking Rumble thing. That's the only reason that it's not higher, but it's up there, and it's awesome. And I still go back and rewatch that final fucking 10 minutes every now and again.
Is it
it's
10
awesome.
minutes? Jesus.
Yeah, it's about. I think it's like 9. Well, I guess
That's
like
a
9
whole
minutes, but
match
it's
worth of content.
Pretty much.
dude. I'm telling you, Cody versus Gunther when it happens is going to move mountains.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fucking unreal match. I'm serious. That's my number 7.
Great number 7 for you. My number 7 is when Drew McIntyre eliminated Brock Lesnar in the 2020 Royal Rumble. That pop is fucking insane, and I love going back to that Rumble. That is a brilliant Rumble.
One of the best.
Like you see all these people. There's so many shenanigans of Brock trying to eliminate him. Like, and then just finally, because Ricochet gets thrown around, he's still in there, and you're like, oh, okay, you know. And then finally, this big Gaelic bastard comes down to the ring, and he stares at him, and I'm already going crazy because I love Drew McIntyre, and these two in the ring is crazy. And then Ricochet hits him in the dick, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna Claymore him. The moment he hits that Claymore, the crowd, everyone stands up. They zoom. I love when they do that pan shot where they zoom out to the crowd. I love that shot. And everyone's
Booker
going crazy.
It's so good.
Booker T just fucking.
Paul Heyman's like, fuck.
One of the best facial reactions Heyman ever did was just.
He's just like
he's.
Yeah. He goes.
That brother is shook. He saw a ghost.
Dude, that moment I knew Drew McIntyre was beating him at Mania, and I was like, "This is it, man." As much as it sucks that the COVID happened and everything, like
it's one of the best Rumbles ever. I think it's
that Rumble is probably
3.
my favorite Rumble.
That is a top 3 Royal Rumble in my opinion.
For this generation of people who I guess grew up in this era, like the 2010s, the reality era, quote unquote.
Yeah,
that's probably like their classic Rumble now. Looking back,
Well, it's that or the 2018 one. That was a good one too.
That was really good.
You can't really argue against 2018. That is really just the best one.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's my one.
Yep.
Mine. I was gonna say Drew eliminating Brock, but
really?
But I remembered something even better, and that is when we had it was the 2018 Rumble. We had Cena, Orton, and Rey Mysterio, and Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Who else was it? It was Shinsuke.
It was Balor, Shinsuke, and Roman.
Yeah. One of the coolest moments ever. Me who grew up on one era and also really was getting into this era, it was a big oh fuck. That was such a cool moment,
it's just weird seeing Rey Mysterio back in the Fed
again.
That
was another thing too. We didn't know he was coming back.
There was no rumors. Out of fucking
I remember watching it live. I was like, Booyaka, Booyaka.
People were there was someone asked, I think it was I forget who it was. It might have been at the time What Culture or something. They were asked about hey, do you think Rey Mysterio will show up? And they were like, no, he's doing 5-star wrestling right now, or he's booked for that day at 5-star. And he just shows up, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
It's like when AJ Styles lied about going to the 2016 Royal Rumble as well. Adam Blampied fucking had hey, if you were free on this date at this time, would you be able to do anything? And he was like, yeah. But then he tweeted out at Adam saying, I lied after he showed up at the Royal Rumble.
That's amazing.
So that's great. Those are 2 great moments. I wonder if we'll see them again.
Rey Mysterio also he did that. And then was it 2018 is when they did All Out or All In?
All In, that was the first All In.
2018. So yeah,
it was when he wrestled in the main event.
Same year.
He did the Rumble and then wrestled the main event of All In.
The opposition.
In the same year.
And then went back to the Fed.
And then went
back to the Fed.
And then was in the Greatest Royal Rumble.
And the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's true.
Reason.
Oh,
and
God,
then he officially came back and had that a fucking banger of a match with Andrade.
Dude, you just spoiled my number one. Was the greatest Royal Rumble? Wow.
I'm gonna kill you.
all of it.
All right.
My favorite moment in Royal Rumble history is when Hiroki Sumo walked out because the Saudi government wanted Yokozuna, and they did not know that Yokozuna
wanted
was
that,
fucking
brother.
dead.
That was fucking retarded, ridiculous.
Remember when Baba Tunde came out?
Baba Thunder.
Fucking Baba Tunde.
Yo, don't talk about Baba Thunder.
Baba Tunde.
Don't talk about
That
Baba
was
Thunder.
unbelievable.
Incredible.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay, number 6.
Well, I think we should go in I think we should go in reverse now. We should go Wyatt back to you, then back to me. We should do that. I think that.
Wyatt, what's number 6?
didn't I just go? Didn't I just go? No.
No, but I said I wanted to go. We should go reverse. We should go like reverse epic style.
Oh,
you
so
know,
like we
that
get
kind of
two.
shit.
So like I get two then because I just did one.
Fuck you, Wyatt. I'm starting.
Okay, fine. Here we go. Oh,
Logan
okay.
and Ricochet clotheslining each other in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's
Really
good one.
under talk spot.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
No, like everyone forgot about that spot, and I'm like, I'm never gonna forget that spot. They literally
so fucking
springboard
awesome.
into each other. It's perfect. It is the perfect
It is-
spot.
It really is
really good.
awesome. It's a shame the Ricochet Logan Paul feud just did not live up to that moment. The rest
Well, no,
of
the
that feud
feud
was just
sucks.
not.
Yeah, the feud is not great.
The match
but-
was good. The match was good, but the feud just didn't live up to that.
That's
fucking
what the
awesome
match is. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, my humble opinion, I think Logan's really good at wrestling, and that pairing them two up, like their match at SummerSlam was really good as well.
Yep.
But and them two fighting in the Money in the Bank was also really good. But
Mm-hmm.
like when I saw them like shit talking each other across the ring, I was like, they're gonna fucking meet in the middle, and they
They're
did.
gonna-
And I literally jumped out my seat when it happened. It was crazy.
DIY meet in the middle.
Wyatt, give us yours. Number 6.
My number 6 is same Royal Rumble as Cass mentioned. Not this one, but the one before. 2020, one of the best ever. One of the best ever.
All right.
It
Oh, dear, I
was
wonder.
Keith Lee and Brock. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
The
yes.
second Lee's music hits up until when that encounter ends is.
I
all-timer.
love when he comes out because the hits and Michael Cole goes, "Oh yeah!" and I'm like, "Fucking yeah!"
And then Brock's reaction as he sees Keith Lee, he's just like, "Hey boy, like yeah."
And everyone loves it. The crowd's going crazy.
Oh my god, I
man.
can't believe they never did it. They had Keith Lee on their roster for years and they never had them wrestle. Oh, my
that
god,
would
it
have
would
been
have been so
peak.
good.
I do just want to
That would've been
piggybacking off of that real quick. Just one little spot that happened during that
Mm-hmm.
whole thing. Showing that Brock Lesnar is one of the best wrestlers ever. Jumping off of Big E's back and hitting that lariat. That was
Oh yeah,
unbelievable.
no.
When he slam dunks him.
As much as it was like a big relief when Drew eliminated him, I still love everything that happened in between with the Brock stuff.
Brock
Yeah.
once in a while
Everyone trying to
reminds-
eliminate him. The little triple threat that start like the three,
Yeah.
like Biggie, Kofi, and Ray, and then Braun and Keith fighting during like it was
Yeah,
just- all of it
Shelton
was
Benjamin.
brilliant.
Shelton Benjamin comes out and they're all buddies for like 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
as
MVP
well.
comes out like dude.
Brock
We
Lesnar.
even get like a little bit.
Brock Lesnar once in
Sorry,
a while
man.
reminds us how much of a good fucking wrestler he is. Like
He is vital to the Fed.
He is vital. He
Vital.
literally
Yes.
is one of the greatest to ever do it. Like literally one of the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how many times he loses or how many times he wrestles. Whenever you wrestle Brock, he never loses that aura.
Never.
And that's something I've had to come to terms with. Because I mean, talk about growing up in the reality era, like having to deal with so many fucking Brock Lesnar part-time championship reigns made me very sour on him for a
It
very
wasn't
long
his
time.
fault
even
though.
when-
It was just the way he was booked. It was a very shitty.
Yeah,
time.
like you look at how he's booked now, and it's so much more
He's
interesting
awesome.
than anything he was doing as champion. Like when he was playing that fucking, I'm over this. I don't give a shit about WWE. Yes, you do.
Yeah, it was stupid.
why-
it's just
why
like,
you
why are you
showing-
here then? Like, this
Yeah,
is
exactly. Why are
stupid.
you holding the title?
Yeah, brilliant.
numbers-
Number 6, brilliant.
My number 6 is a bit of a meme.
Sorry, I just reminded of that
What?
that one backstage segment with Brock just reading a magazine backstage and just going, "No, Paul, I don't watch the show. Why would I watch the show?
Yeah.
Like, I don't watch the show."
No, Paul, I don't pay attention to the
Brock
show.
Lesnar,
No.
the champion of the brand, just not watching the show is so funny.
No, bro. Remember when he wins Money in the Bank and Paul's like, he has a whole year, and he looks at Paul's like, I got a whole year, and Paul's like, yeah, you got a whole year. It's like, God damn.
I love it. So funny.
My number 6 is a bit of a meme.
Go for it.
Now, as a bit, I was originally gonna put the fans ruining the 2014 Royal Rumble as a bit when they boo Batista out of the fucking building.
It's so
I wasn't gonna
funny.
do 2015. There's nothing to salvage 2015. 2015 Royal Rumble is one of the worst
I don't
matches
even want to talk about
of all
it. Like
time.
nothing can
Yeah,
save
it's
that.
so bad.
There is one good match on that whole card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, to be fair, to make up for it, it's one of the
It's
best
one of the
matches
best
WWE has
ever.
ever put on. yeah, but
Oh, Cena Rollins
Lesnar's-
Lesnar. Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
triple threat. The best triple
It's
threat.
like
they
it's
ever
like
did.
Wow.
Backlash. It's like Backlash 2018. There's one phenomenal match, and the rest of it's like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. It's like, wow.
Or like Battleground 2017 has like a great New Day Usos match, and then the rest of that card is just garbage.
Awful shit.
So bad.
Anyway, fucking my number 6 is another moment involving Batista. It is one of the most infamous Royal Rumble moments of all time. The double elimination in the 2005 Royal Rumble between
How did I
John
not even
Cena
think about that?
and Batista.
When Vince McMahon-
Vince McMahon walking down to the ring so angrily that he tears his quads. I hit my hand.
I
Fuck.
completely forgot. I completely forgot about that whole thing. That wasn't even planned, was it? Was it?
No,
it
it wasn't.
There's some people who still think it is. There's still some people who think it is to this day.
Batista was supposed to like do it, but he literally fell out.
I thought it was
with
just like an
Cena.
overbooking thing. I didn't know that was a shoot thing.
And on top of that, the timing is frame perfect. It is literally like WWE tries to do the bullshit double finish in
he
battle
had to
royals
do
so often and it never ever looks
It's
that
like
good.
it's like in Cars when they're trying to like do the slow mo footage of like who won the Piston Cup race. It's like
Oh, he has, like, the tongue-
Cena's
he has, like, the
tongue. It's like literally that.
But no, it's so perfectly timed. It looks like a gnarly bump too, because Batista picks him up for the Batista bomb, and then they go tumbling over together. I don't know
insane.
how Batista didn't break his neck off of that. And then Vince McMahon is so fucking angry that he runs down to the ring, and just the mere act of standing, his leg said, "Wallahi, I'm finished," and he fell to the ground.
God damn it.
It's one of the
And he couldn't.
funniest shits I've ever seen.
Dude, the visual of Vince McMahon still trying to maintain like his anger, his intensity, but just like adjusting his legs the entire time because he's in so much pain. He's like,
Fuck. God damn it.
This is the visual of the refs like raising each of their hands, and Vince is sitting there like a teddy bear against the ropes. Like,
what
are we doing?
And he's coming.
doing?
I
And he's
need
coming.
to I need to watch that entire segment after this.
it is unbelievable.
It's so and the reason I put it there is not because it's a particularly great moment. It is iconic though. You can't. It is one of the most. Dude, it's so good that they didn't plan it because it really is like a fucking all-time great moment, legit. And I give it that. That's my number 6.
Very, very good. Okay,
now-
Wyatt, you can start off number 5.
Alrighty, so number 5 is a moment that is
Yep.
Unfortunately a little bad because of a certain person behind the scenes by the name of Mr.
dear.
Dunn, Mr. Kevin Dunn.
Oh no.
And that is, of course,
Oh my
AJ
gosh.
Styles' WWE debut, in which it just shows Roman Reigns going,
Oh yeah, they never show the Tron, do they?
There was an alternate
No.
angle they released after, though, in which it just shows the Tron and how it should have been, but I'm like, why didn't you just show that?
So awesome.
So stupid. You just see AJ come out, and you're just like, oh, there, whoa, AJ Styles, what?
Oh, you're like, because you're hearing the music and you're like,
Who?
what the fuck? Oh my, what the fuck?
I was like, is this the? I remember. So that was actually the moment that officially like barreled me back into wrestling because I was like, I
Yeah.
stopped watching after like, I think it was after like the Rollins Ambrose feud after that initially ended, and like they were just doing a lot of really dumb shit after. Like they were doing like the weird like Slater Gator thing. They were doing like the Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weird, corny bullshit going on. I was just, and again, most of it was the fact that I was a teen and I was like, that's stupid. Ugh. You know, like I was in that
that.
moody era. And unfortunately,
It's not
I
cool
missed.
anymore.
It actually does suck because I also missed the because I stopped watching for a bit during like the just before the Bryan stuff happened, sadly, and I have missed that entire arc. And
So
I came back for a little bit
Dude.
after that because I wanted to watch the whole Shield thing that was happening because they were faces and then they had the split.
yeah,
I watched for a bit after that and then I just stopped watching for like 3 years or something. Batista, I was like, I don't give a
you
fuck.
weren't.
I don't give a fuck about. And then Seth got injured and I didn't give a shit about that anymore. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then yeah, AJ came back. I was like, dialed in, never stopped after that.
Oh
So-
my god,
Now-
so awesome.
I'm going to interject from Simon's one because, funny enough, Wyatt, my number 5, AJ Styles debuts 2016. So,
Hey, Cass.
Hey.
My number 5 is AJ Styles debuts.
no
in the Royal
fucking
Rumble
way!
2016.
No.
I was saying quiet the whole time.
No fucking way!
We did it.
You want to know?
I thought we'd have to wait like 2 years of this shit until we all got the same thing.
Hey, do you guys want to know how long I
Episode
stopped?
2, Simon!
Do you guys want to know how long I stopped watching WWE for?
What's that?
What? 6 months?
6 months?
What? Sorry, I just saw that again. I just
Fucking
laughed.
I mean,
so hard.
we could just move on.
Yeah, we said.
Oh,
I
like,
mean, look,
what else is there to say?
I mean, again,
Like,
it was,
yeah,
it was
dude.
like literally one of the best moments ever. Like, it was such a moment that you never thought
Yeah.
would happen, and then when it finally happened, it was like, what? Like,
Yeah, and it was just like, oh my god, the feeling I got when I saw him walk out was like pure disbelief because I had heard the rumors, but I was also like, this was around the time, especially when WWE like really hammered it in that like their fucking Vince McMahon was punishing people for enjoying things,
yeah,
and everybody was like fucking, like I was conditioned to accept like AJ's not going to show up. They're going to wait till WrestleMania, or they're going to do something stupid with him. Shinsuke, I knew they said was in NXT at that point, so I knew Shinsuke.
and this was
wasn't
a
gonna be in it
very
either.
bleak era, and why I wasn't watching because we had the whole League of Nations thing, or what was it called, the United Nations? What the hell was their name?
No, it was
They-
League of
they
Nations.
had nothing.
Sheamus,
Yeah.
the worst version of Sheamus.
They literally,
as fucking
they literally,
WWE
they literally took
champion.
the
Yeah.
WWE 12 storyline and made it terrible with the United
For
Kingdom
you
thing.
to have nothing interesting going on and then just throwing AJ Styles in there and literally saving everything because that era of
Yeah.
SmackDown is goated.
Yeah, like right,
legit.
it wasn't until later in the year when SmackDown.
That
got,
entire
like, really
build to
good again
Mania
at that
was like good, and then Mania happened. That Mania is really fucking terrible.
Oh, it's just
It's really
it's
bad.
You know,
just
okay.
bad.
It's bad. It is not the worst WrestleMania.
Okay,
of all
Zack
time. I've
Ryder
seen
winning
so
the
much
IC
worse.
title was fun. That's
Women's triple threat.
We're not going over
triple
this,
threat?
Yeah, we're not
Right.
going over that whole thing. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Fuck
no,
that.
but I was supposed to say 27's worse. But nah, AJ Styles was great, and like I said, it was at a time where it felt like this was around when Vince McMahon really started hammering in, like, if it gets over, we punish the fans.
Yep.
Like that was like the ethos behind the scenes. So when you get something that's actually great, and then you go on to see just how well they've booked AJ since then, regardless of what you think of his quality now, it's fucking great. It's a great moment that still holds up.
Me being a late bloomer of wrestling, like joining like late 2016, obviously going back and learning all about AJ has made me more aware of how
Yeah.
big of that was. Because like at the time, I
Yeah.
was like, "Who's this scrawny little Georgia boy?"
Who's
But-
this guy?
Like, yeah, no, he's AJ's fucking Styles coming into the Fed. It's crazy.
CJ Fashion.
One of the greatest of all time.
So that's
Now,
crazy. We all picked the same fucking
Yeah,
thing.
it's fucked up.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that this was originally my number 5, but right before we started doing, my number 4, I mean. But then I was like, I like this other moment more, just a little bit, and I switched this back to number 5.
All right.
And then it just all worked out like that.
Simon, number 4.
Yep. My number 4 is great, not for a shock reason, it's for a storyline reason. My number 4 favorite moment in the Royal Rumble, and I guess this isn't really a moment, it's more a run, is Shawn Michaels in the 2010 Royal Rumble.
That is
The run
that
of
is
Shawn-
crazy.
The run of Shawn Michaels. Yeah. Yeah. What the hell was that, bro?
Okay, go ahead and continue.
Oh dear. Oh, I wonder what you're. Oh dear. I've definitely stolen one of Wyatt's.
Keep going.
Oh, so I don't know how much of this is the run itself and the actual match, or the fucking video package for Undertaker and Shawn Michaels with Running Up That Hill playing in the background, the Running Up That Hill cover by Placebo.
Deal
like-
with God.
Oh,
Keep going. Keep
okay,
going. Don't think about it.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say we gotta do promo packages after this. We gotta do our favorite promo packages of all
Oh,
time.
top 7 promo packages.
Oh.
And it keeps getting stronger. Keep going.
Anyways, the storyline of Shawn Michaels, like, you know, wrestling is a sport for notoriously bad acting at times. There's great acting in wrestling at times. Like, who's the best example of both bad and good acting wrestling is Roman Reigns right now, because there are times when he's legit great, and there's times when he's just like acting like he's in a fucking school play and he's just screaming all the time. Shawn Michaels is like that streak from him, from like the like him challenging Taker all the way to that WrestleMania match, is some of the best acting that a wrestler has ever done.
So
and this
good.
was a storyline, like, and it was also a great storyline because it's a storyline that people could get invested in for him winning. Like, there was precedent for Shawn Michaels to potentially win and go challenge Undertaker, because Undertaker was World Heavyweight Champion at the time. So, and if it was going to main event WrestleMania again, it would make sense it would be for the World Heavyweight Championship. And the fact that they did that, the fact that they used that as storyline only to have it get ripped away, and he has that incredible meltdown where he's super kicking referees and he's losing it, and he's like, his head in his hands, he looks completely disheveled. It's just, again, I know there are other moments that are more exciting, but when I think about like great storylines, and really, again, around this time we were in a dry spell for good stuff going on in WWE at the time.
Dude, what are you talking about? We had the Muppets on Raw. Come on, man.
Nah, fuck you. I enjoy, bro. Beaker and Sheamus are canonically related.
We had
Beaker and Sheamus are canonically cousins.
forgot about that. Dude, we had MacGruber on Raw, and they killed our truth.
Oh, dude, they gave the U.S. title to Bret Hart.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Remember that?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh god.
Long-term
but
booking.
But number 4
Christ, man.
is Shawn Michaels' run in the 2010 Royal Rumble. That's my number 4.
Very, very good. Hey, Wyatt.
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes.
My number 4 is Brock Lesnar and Keith Lee showdown from
Oh,
Royal Rumble 2020. Because I was literally shitting myself when he came out. I could not believe that he was in the Royal Rumble. And dude, him literally staring at Brock Lesnar, and then like they're having this little banter before they start fighting. Oh my fucking god, we could have had it all. That was it.
Roll into the deep.
And that,
Dude.
and this is after his incredible fucking like last 5 minutes with Roman Reigns in the Survivor Series.
That's another. How did they never run Keith and Roman when Roman first won the fucking belt, man? That match would have been so good. Like,
I get so sad thinking about Keith Lee in the Fed. So sad.
I get sad thinking about Keith Lee in general, honestly.
He's just not treated well.
Dude, like-
Honest Lee.
such
Honestly.
a great. He was one of the legit at the time, was like one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
He's still great. He's not as good as he used to be,
Dude.
but man.
When he shoulder tackles Lesnar to the ground and the crowd goes, yeah! I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
how
They-
do you not
they
put
had
a
a
belt on
star.
this man immediately?
And WWE, don't do what you did with Keith Lee to Gunther. Just do the match. Just fucking
do it.
do it,
Yeah,
please.
please.
Oh my god.
Don't
I need that
bullshit
shit in
me.
my life.
Just give me Gunther and Lesnar. Just do it. I don't care.
dude.
Just do it.
Do it at
man.
WrestleMania. That's gonna be peak.
All right,
So, my number 4.
number 4. Yep.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
My number 4.
It's Wyatt. He is number 4.
I was trying to keep a
My
straight
favorite
face.
Royal Rumble moment.
The good, the
It's
4,
me!
and the Bruv.
So my number 4 favorite moment in Royal Rumble history, unfortunately, is that actually no, the Rumble was actually quite good actually this year. This was the 2021 Royal Rumble, and this was of course in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Thunderdome, brother.
Oh dear.
This was something that I was not expecting whatsoever, and that was the return
Oh, I
of
know what it is.
Christian, baby.
Yeah,
The return
yeah, of course.
of Christian. We talked about this already on the last pod, but dude, this was
Yep.
awesome. Like him coming out, not only just coming out with the theme song and everything, but with the jacket. I was like, It's
They
it's
should have
not
gone
enough.
nuts,
It's not the
though.
jacket, but it's enough. It's good enough.
Dude, they should have hyped it more. I told you about this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Michael
'cause
Cole goes,
commentary's just like,
speaking of Edge,
oh,
here comes his buddy.
buddy. It's like,
Bro,
bro,
that's Christian.
this man
Go
has not
crazy.
wrestled. You took a decade away from me. You took this man away from me for 10
For
years. almost.
7 years.
7 years. You took
so
Seven
crazy.
fucking years. Oh.
And then they did that.
So
I was like-
crazy.
and then he never came back, and then he went to AEW, and I was saying TNT because TNT champion, and he's on the best run ever that anyone's ever had.
He literally
By
just
the
has
way,
the
folks-
best gimmick of last year.
By the way, folks, Copeland versus Christian. Very good.
Good match.
Very good
Oh, it
match.
cooked.
Very, very great match. Yeah,
we
yeah,
said
yeah.
this in kayfabe last time because I mean that. Oh, it doesn't matter. Look, Christian.
What the hell are you doing?
No, because that would
Yeah.
have happened by the first episode as well.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh.
we don't record this close to the day. We got shit to do,
Yeah.
right? Leave us alone.
Yeah, we got a lot going
Yeah,
on
see,
here.
we like to record things and then put them out later, so we can just be like, yeah, we can put that out.
That's why we're talking about things that aren't,
aren't timely.
soft locked to recent stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not talking about.
But yeah, Wyatt, Christian coming out and then teaming with Edge, the fucking like wheelbarrow move that they do, shit like that.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
No, that
Oh.
shit was awesome, man. That's such a good moment.
The hug as well, like just everything
He
about
should have
it.
won that Rumble, but of course the other guy fucking won. So.
Oh my god. Christian versus Roman Reigns.
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
that
No, it would have been Daniel Bryan versus Christian versus Roman Reigns.
would have been
Oh my god.
infinitely better.
That would have been peak.
That would have been
would've
5 fucking
peak.
stars right there, brother.
Oh, dude.
Then again, though,
Yeah,
it
very,
was
very good.
face Christian Cage, so
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, not the best.
Yeah, no,
Now-
very good. Very good.
Yes.
Right, boys, my number 3 is Paul London dying to a clothesline.
Oh my god. This is a such a
Snitsky
good elimination.
taking his goddamn head off, and he does a shooting star to the fucking floor.
Hold up a second. I'm gonna look this up because I actually don't remember this.
You don't remember?
God,
What
it's
do you
like
mean?
when-
Hang on. Well, let me see. I might remember
there's
it.
a-
It is. It is literally the best elimination of all time.
We don't get a lot of great Royal Rumble
You have
eliminations
Paul London
anymore.
on the apron.
Okay, here we
and
go.
he ducks a clothesline from Snitsky.
Live
then he gets
reaction. Here
Killed.
we go. Ready?
Live reaction. Do
Live
it.
reaction.
Posted at the same time, Kaz.
Is that Riddick Moss? Oh, Snitsky. Okay.
Mm.
Jesus.
Do you see what I mean?
That's so based.
How do you not remember that?
He does a shooting star press. Why?
How did he not end his career?
Was he really trying to fucking? Vince fired him after doing this.
Yeah,
How do you not remember
this man
that?
almost broke his
I don't know.
neck and
I
his
probably do
face.
remember it. I just again when I think of Paul London, actually no, was it Paul London that did the thing to Joey Mercury's face? Was that Paul London or was that Matt Hardy?
Oh yeah,
No,
when,
that
when,
was the
when he
Hardy
jumps
Boy.
off
Oh,
the
was the Hardy's?
ladder
Okay,
and it
yeah.
like spikes up. Yeah.
That my we'll talk about big spots at some other point, but Christ, that's a
When he got his nose
Top
busted, when his
7
nose, like,
goriest
exploded.
dude.
moments.
He looked like he looked like a victim of Negan or something. It was like really fucking.
Yeah.
For real,
But
honestly.
yeah, no, I'm not even going to
He
talk
looked like-
about it.
He looked like
Look,
talk to me.
let's-
That's what he looked like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
By the way, why
I'm not
finally
going to talk
watched
about
it,
it
so-
anymore because literally that's all it is. Shooting star to the fucking floor.
Yeah.
It's the greatest elimination of all
Amazing.
time.
so awesome. It's one of
Right.
one
Wyatt,
of them.
what's your number 3?
My number 3 is a very very big moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I believe it was the 2009 Royal Rumble. I want to say it's the return of John Cena.
2008.
2008. Then. Yes. I'm
Yeah.
thinking because
Yeah.
SVR09 came out that had that WrestleMania on it, so it came out 2008. So
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What the hell?
yeah, what the hell? Oh my god, dude, that moment is
hate
John
so.
Cena.
It's such a sick
hate to
moment.
see it go.
The way you just hear his music, the crowd cheers, and then you just see him doing the fucking like that's the coolest
oh,
fucking
he's so
shit ever.
fucking awesome.
That is when
I
like
think it's hilarious that there are 5 commentators
there were
when that's
5.
happening. There is
Holy
Jim,
shit.
Jerry, Michael, Matt Striker and Taz. They're all on commentary.
Oh my god.
It's John Cena.
You can
Oh my
hear
God,
all
that
of them
call
get a
from Jim
line.
Ross.
So like Jim Ross goes, John Cena, and then Jerry's like, oh my, and then he goes,
That
"This
was
is
like right
unbelievable."
before. That was like the year before John Cena became like the big PG Cena character. Like this is like kind of like the last
Yeah,
era
yeah.
of like the thugonomic shit. And it was such a
Cool
sick.
Cena.
Again, the pose that he's hitting like right when he comes out, he just goes like, "Oh, it's so cool. It's so fucking
Oh, it's
cool."
badass. It's fucking
That
if
entire
we're-
Rumble is
I don't
very
know
good,
if-
by the way.
He then goes
So it
on to
doesn't
eliminate 3 people in a row. One of them being Mike Henry.
Yeah. How do you lift
Yeah,
Mark Henry
which
over
is
the top
awesome.
rope though? How do you do that?
He just does it.
How do you eliminate?
How do you eliminate the Big Show? He weighs 8 billion pounds.
But yes, that is my number 3. It is such a cool moment. I wish I was a fan at that time because I know that shit would have hit like crack.
Yeah.
In the 80s?
In the 80s,
Oh.
yeah. But yeah,
Alright.
I don't know if we're gonna do honorable mentions after number 2. That was my pitch, but that was a fat honorable mention. Is John Cena's. The only reason it's
That
not
was
on my list.
that was
is
my
because-
only one.
Yeah, I had a couple others, but we'll get to that later. My number 3 is Drew McIntyre eliminating Brock Lesnar from the 2020 Royal Rumble right there. Because as big of a Drew mark as you were, Cass, I promise you I was a bigger one. I was so sad when that, right? Because around like 2014, 2015 was when I stopped being like young, like I cheer for all the good guys and all the bad guys WWE
Yeah.
fan, and more like, I'm more like actually
this guy
becoming,
was a good
well,
wrestler. Why is he not here?
Oh yeah. Like, and I remember when he got released, I was like, oh, actually, I like Drew McIntyre. I'm sad he went, and I followed him like a hawk for that 3 years he went to the Indies. And then when he came back to WWE, he had his little NXT run. It was all right, and then he got called up, and I watched them repeatedly just do nothing with him, sticking him with fucking Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin and Elias and all this
Shane.
nonsense.
Shane.
Shane McMahon. Oh my god.
Oh,
he
you
spends
mean
a
you mean
whole-
The fucking.
So bad.
Dude, Shane was.
he
Shane was out here doing the whale thing, just.
no, bro, he sounds like that. He sounds like that sound effect that we have. The
All the fucking-
but and I kept watching it. I was like so frustrated because they kept like starting to do things with them, like they'd put him in the main event, but then they would just completely backtrack it, or they'd stick him in stupid angles. Like seriously, spends a whole summer being Shane McMahon's fucking lapdog, and it's terrible.
That's literally one of the worst eras for wrestling of all time. Like,
Summer 2019.
not for wrestling,
Oh
but
my
WWE,
God.
dude.
Boy.
Holy fuck.
Oh, dude, summer 2019, the wild card rule, 2 out of 3 falls matches on commercial breaks.
Hey, it's okay. Because in 2020, they realized who they had. And they brought him out. He did nothing. Stared at him. And then he's gone. One kick, gone.
Dude, like I remember because I also thought like, oh, Roman Reigns is gonna win because Roman Reigns versus the Fiend is the fucking plan for WrestleMania. That was before
No,
the
Roman and
Goldberg shit even
Goldberg, wasn't
happened.
it?
Well, no, but the Fiend was still champion at that point, and I was firmly in the it's gonna be Roman and the Fiend at WrestleMania camp. Like I thought for sure they were gonna do that, and then fucking Goldberg. And when Drew comes out, he's staring each other down, and I'm like, are they gonna do it? Like I was so worried at this point that they were gonna do what they did to like Cesaro and Shinsuke and all these people who came out to try and fight Brock and just got chucked, and that he was just gonna be another name that got chucked. And they made the right call, and I popped so hard. Like there's only there's only one other time in a Royal Rumble where I popped so hard I injured myself. I think I popped so hard that I got a calf cramp when Drew McIntyre fucking came out. When Drew McIntyre kicks Brock Lesnar, I stood up too fast and I had like the iron deficiency little pellets flying around my screen on my eyesight. and dude, I felt like I was having a stroke. But it's one of my favorite moments just because I'm such a Drew McIntyre mark and I love Drew McIntyre, and whatever happened after that, I'll always have that moment to look forward to. Yeah, like Cass said, that shot where he hits it and everybody just fucking everybody stands up. Beautiful.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my pick.
Wyatt,
Yes.
what is your number 2?
My number 2 is another one from the infamous 2020 Royal Rumble, and that is
Number 3.
You think you know me? Oh,
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
No, we already did number 3.
Yeah. Number
That
3.
was number 3.
That was number 3 already.
Did he do his number 3?
I did.
What was his number
it
3?
was John Cena.
Oh right. Oh, sorry.
Simon.
Sorry. Oh, oops. Oops.
Anyway, we're gonna cut that out.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Why? What's your number 2?
My number 2 is from the 2020 Royal Rumble, and it's when you hear the "You Think You Know Me." Dan, 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 dan,
Oh, that's your
dan.
number 2.
That's number 2. Yes.
Well, good thing, because that's my number 2, baby. Yeah.
No, that shit ruled, man. That was something. Again, it was kind of rumored, like the whole like couple days, but when it actually happened, it was just like,
I didn't hear a
fuck.
single thing.
Yeah, it was rumored since I think he did that spear to Elias. I remember.
That was what I was gonna say. Like the
Yeah.
last thing we saw was that he speared someone on fucking SummerSlam, and I was like,
That
he
spear,
did,
by the
he
way.
did that on the pre-show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm
That
so
spear, by the
annoyed
way. That spear, by the way.
Yeah.
I was there for that. I saw that live, and my brother and I lost our fucking minds when it happened because we were my brother. I remember my brother looked at me and was like, "He's gonna wrestle, right?" And I'm like, "No, fuck off. He's not gonna wrestle." And then
And he did a spear, and you were like,
He did the spear. Pretty great.
oh,
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
just the
it's
sheer
awesome.
like energy. Just the moment you hear fucking, you think you know me, like it unmatched. Might
And
be
then,
one
of
of the
course-
most like no, like
We also saw the classic Kevin Dunn special missing the first spear on live TV, just cutting away to the
Okay.
audience.
as of time of this recording,
Yes.
it is we are recording this episode on the first day of 2024. Kevin Dunn is gone. Wait, so we are happily trashing him because he is just terrible at his job. Like, what is he doing?
Oh.
But yeah, no. Yeah, White's correct. I'm so glad that we matched on that because I was gonna put it at 1. I
Yeah.
mean, there's every reason to put
So
it at
good.
1. But it's fucking
Oh.
legendary.
I will say this: at least
good.
they actually put the correct spear camera angle on the show now, on like Peacock and shit. And then
Oh
it
yeah,
was-
they
Oh, yeah.
re-edited it, didn't they? Yeah.
But seeing that live was literally just like, bruh. But it made up for it because he
See,
hit
I
that
was-
he hit that insane spear on AJ, which actually injured AJ for like a good couple
Nearly
months.
broke his arm.
Literally broke his arm. I was like, that was cool as fuck, but damn.
dude. I think I was so I like blacked out everything. I was so hyped. I didn't even
crazy.
remember that the camera cut until I watched it back and I was like, oh, that's stupid.
Another
Can't fucking
great
believe it.
Michael Cole moment because he doesn't immediately pop off. He goes, "Wait, no way, no! Oh my god!" It's so good. It's so good.
Incredible moment.
And just
My
the shot of him. Wait, sorry, but the shot of him
Okay.
walking out of the steam, and he's like so happy,
Yeah.
dude.
He's
it's
like
just,
he can't even believe the reaction he's getting.
It was
which
literally
is
like a
insane,
look. I
'cause it's
described
Edge.
it. It was like a look of like, holy shit, it's all still here. Like it's like that. That's what the
Yeah.
look was to me. Like that's how
I do
describe it.
like his current mohawk shit, but that look he had with the long hair and the grey beard.
Does he have a mohawk now?
Well, he's got
Whatever-
like a
whatever the
upper,
fuck you
like,
wanna call it.
upcut.
Nah, man,
like-
I want undercut Edge back. That shit was crazy. Him with the fucking him with the Corey Taylor gimmick. I
no.
was like, yeah.
I want him to keep doing that fucking. I want him to go back to dressing up like a fucking like cult leader, like he was in the Judgment Day, and like,
Stupidest
you
shit
think
ever."
you know me?
You never did. Stupid as fuck. Oh my god. You know what? Ed should bring back like the mid long haircut. You know, where it was like down to like his neck or some shit.
Yeah, like 2009 shit. Yeah.
2009 Edge.
I was gonna say like
yeah,
2012 Edge, like after his retirement, when he came back a little bit later.
Oh.
It was like kind of growing back, but like not quite. It was very interesting, kind of like a Kevin Nash look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Mm.
Now,
Simon, number 2.
Number 2.
my number 2 is the finale to the 2018 Royal Rumble. The entire fucking finale from the final 6 to the final 4, the greatest final 4 in Royal Rumble history, for my money, where it's the only time I've watched a Rumble and been like, holy shit, any of these guys could win. Any of these 4 guys could actually pull it off, because you had Balor, who did the underdog run. You had Cena, who had this angle about him. He's like, I gotta get to WrestleMania. I gotta get to it one more time. You had Roman Reigns, and it's Roman Reigns, so he's always gonna be an option. And you had Shinsuke, who was just the sentimental. Everybody wanted it.
I will
And
say
then-
this really quick because when you're talking about Shawn Michaels, like it's one thing to have a match like the Royal Rumble where you literally anyone you have favorites you want to win, but
Yeah.
when you have intertwining stories like that, makes it a million times better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to this year's, because we're gonna have like
We've got
I don't want to
Cody.
get touched, but we're
We've got CM
we're gonna have
Punk.
Cody, CM Punk, Sami Zayn Sami Zayn's going for the World Heavyweight Championship, so he's gonna be involved in that. You have bro, I mean, it could. The Rock might be in that shit, because what we're hearing today is fucking true. This is gonna age like milk one way or the other.
Get ready for WrestleMania. Pat McAfee and The Rock versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. It's coming. That's the one. That is it. That's the one.
So,
and it's
I'm
going to
still-
go
okay.
exactly like the Survivor Series we're seeing it went. It's going to be exactly the same. It's shit.
Anyway.
Shit.
I mentioned that there was only 2 times I've popped so hard for a result that I injured myself. When Shinsuke Nakamura chucked Roman Reigns over the top rope, I tackled my brother football style in a hug, and I literally pulled a muscle in my arm, and I couldn't move it for an entire night.
Hell yeah.
Because we didn't know what was going to happen then. We didn't know the fucking horrors that awaited us on the other side of WrestleMania
Man-made
this year.
horrors beyond my comprehension.
Oh.
Awful.
So when you keep hearing, oh my God, AJ versus Shinsuke at WrestleMania, they got to do it. They're going to do it. And everybody wanted it so badly, and so many people had given up hope on it. The fact that they actually pulled the trigger and had Shinsuke Nakamura. By the way, also, we want to talk about great final twos. Shinsuke and Roman, fucking fantastic final two in that Royal Rumble too. Great back and forth between them. It's a shame they never got a proper main event match against each other.
The spear that went too high, and it looked like he just clotheslined him.
Oh my
He hits him
god.
like in the
That was
throat.
awesome.
He spears him in his like gullet.
I forgot about
Right
that.
there.
Oh my god.
The shit was awesome.
And again, like the idea again that like all 4 of these guys are over, all 4 of them are so good. You had like Cena and Roman fighting each other, and it was cool, but the crowd was booing it, and then Balor and Shinsuke fighting each other, and the crowd pops harder for it because they're the 2 like fresh faces. 2018 Men's Rumble is the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. I maintain this to this day, and the ending is why. So
Probably.
that's my pick. Oh yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to get mine out of the way. Number 1. It's Shinsuke winning the 2018 Men's Royal Rumble. Yeah, I mean, that was the guy to win for me. I really wanted him to win, and to have him go against Roman, which is a really cool trend that I love that they do. They did it in 2020
they knew everyone
as well.
hated Roman, so they just like put him as like the final 2.
They did it with
like...
McIntyre as well.
And they did it with Orton.
Brilliant.
They did it with
And
Orton.
they did it with
Because I
Orton.
think that was the
they
one.
didn't know if the
That was the one constant. I think Vince kind of knew, like, okay, I can't have Roman win the Rumble again. Like
that was the one thing he learned that to never do again
never
with
do
Roman
again.
Reigns. He'll do Roman and Brock 50 times.
Oh, yeah.
He'll never have Roman Reigns win a Royal Rumble ever again, and for the rest of his career.
never again.
Terrible.
Oh Jesus.
Not much to say there. I mean, the match was disappointing at WrestleMania, but I mean, just Michael Cole again. I'm really marking out for Michael Cole today.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He's great. It's
He
almost
is
like Michael
literally
Cole's great.
fantastic.
Are you guys ready for?
Yeah, it's like one of Michael Cole's.
Are you guys ready for?
Shinsuke Nakamura is going to WrestleMania.
Are you guys ready for Michael Cole to not be on SmackDown and to have it just be Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick? Oh, look at my Lucky Charms.
Oh, fucking Banshees of Inisherin. Where are my Lucky Charms?
She's of Ed Sheeran.
It's a bit Sheridan.
My number 1.
Are you not talking about you ladies?
My number 1 has sadly been. My number 1 has sadly been chosen already by a certain
fucking
individual.
knew it.
My number 1 is
I
Shawn
fucking knew
Michaels
it.
at the Royal Rumble 2010. Yeah, this is my favorite moment because this was a storyline that I feel was just so perfect because it was so many. It was literally like a culmination of like 20 years, like a 20-year career for Shawn Michaels, and it was really ramping up after that big Mania match with Taker, and just like him entering the Rumble, getting all this like crowd behind him and everything. And then just wanting back in, like pleading with the rest, like, "Come on, please, 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 please."
Dude, when the moment it started with the Slammy Awards, when he was like, "Thanks for the award," I can fucking beat
I could
you.
do
Dude,
it
that is
one more
legendary.
time, baby.
That is legendary.
Oh man, yeah. Sean's entire final run in the company is so good. It's one of the best.
What was his final run? He wrestled
it
against
was.
Undertaker and
Yeah,
Kane
Cass?
in
I
Saudi
forgot about
Arabia.
that.
There is no such thing as Crown Jewel 2018. Don't Google Crown Jewel 2018 main event. The biggest mistake of my life.
There is no bald HBK in Bossing Say.
There is no Kane. There is no Kane's mask falling off in a tag match in Bossing Say.
Fucking god. Oh my.
Anyway, back to the
that's a
good
list.
thing. Yeah, this was such a cool thing. Like I said, him super kicking the referees, having like the big meltdown, getting fined. And then just pleading with Teddy Long, like, please trade me to SmackDown, please God, I want the world title match, please give it to me, and like all this shit.
When he's yelling at him to like, put me in the Elimination Chamber, I'll beat Taker there, and then I'll beat him again at WrestleMania. Like,
Yeah, the
all
whole
that
thing.
shit.
It wasn't just the Rumble, but it was really just that whole like last, and then him showing up like from the chamber stairs and just kicking. It was so badass.
That's one of the best finishes to a chamber match ever.
It's so
Is
cool.
when Michaels pops up. Oh, it's so awesome.
So awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number
great.
one. Yeah, like you said, Simon, we already said everything there was to say about it because you stole it from me. Go ahead.
I thought it'd be on your list. I didn't think it'd be your number one. I really did not fucking
That
think
is
you
a
were gonna
crazy number one, to be fair.
It is the one that I think
is a
is
great-
the most interesting.
Like, it's not a return, it's not a win.
Well, because I feel like that's the first time, like, well, not the first time, but like one of the few times I can think of where they really utilized like the Rumble to its strength, like the idea, like the prestige of the match. Like, this is your last.
That's what I'm
chance,
saying.
you
Yeah,
know?
that was my point. Like,
Yeah.
if you have a developed character like that who's so like anxious and like it just will do anything to stay in it. It is
Exactly.
really fun to watch.
Again, man, like this year's like it's gonna be so interesting if it comes down to like Cody and Punk because they're two people who have like such a distinct want and need to win. Cody's is more for a person.
Can you
Cody's more like a
imagine?
redemption.
I can't
Can you
fucking
imagine
believe
if
it.
they are the last two, and then you have that spot where they do the bit from 2K where the animation where they walk
yeah, where
up
they
to
just
each
go,
other and they're like,
Oh,
yeah, but like
I
instead
know,
of
they're like,
instead of like the intensity, they just look at each other and go, "I'm sorry, man, but I will literally kill you if I have to."
I'll actually
Like,
kill you
like,
for this.
oh,
Like, that's means
dude.
that much.
dude.
one of them
like,
has to beat
and-
Reigns. One of them has to be in the main event. It's like
Dude, I can't.
they could really cook this year. They can
I
really.
still
cook.
haven't like processed that CM Punk is like going to be in the fucking Royal Rumble. Like, that's such a.
And he's probably
Going to win.
is probably gonna win. He's probably gonna win too. I mean, Cody isn't out of the picture. Like Cody could very well go back to back, which I wouldn't complain about. But still,
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it.
nah. My number one. Cannot believe this is not your guys' number one. It's Edge's return to the 2020 Royal
Yeah,
Rumble,
of
the
course it
greatest
is.
Royal Rumble moment of all time. I was somebody similar to like the CM Punk return in AEW, the first one, like the big one. I was so adamant. Like people were talking. I remember like Wyatt and I were talking with like our friends at the time. Like he's like, "Oh, there's rumors Edge might show up," and I kept being like, "No, I will believe Edge wrestling again when I see it with my own two eyes." And it's happening, and a bell's been rung, and it's an official match. I am not believing it from any fucking sources. I'm not believing it from WWE themselves until I see it. I have to witness it.
At the time, I was
And
gonna
when
be
it's-
like, "Oh, you didn't watch Pro Wrestling Unlimited?" Fuck that guy.
Fuck.
Or Heel by Nature.
It's your boy Austin Theory.
Oh God.
I'm professional
Guys,
wrestler
believe
Austin
it.
Theory.
Slice Wrestling said it. Slice Wrestling.
No, Slice.
Zero news. Zero news, baby. Zero news.
Where's Slice Wrestling right now?
Slice.
I hope he's okay. He's a cool guy.
But not. When Edge walks out in the 2020 Royal Rumble, I've never had a moment like because I was watching it by myself in the basement here in my little in my state of the art studio here. Look at what I got going on. And when my brother was upstairs, when Edge comes out, I darted out of the room. I was fucking yelling. I woke up my parents. They were fucking furious. They were furious with me. I woke them both up when Edge came out. I grabbed Dylan. I like drag him. He's like, "Come on, Edge is in it." He's like, "Fuck off, Edge is not in it." And then he comes out and he's like,
Dude, it was unbelievable.
and it was a great moment because it was such a hype moment that it was another one of those things where it was like, realistically, everybody went into the 2020 Rumble going Drew or Roman. It was going to be Drew or Roman that was going to win. But when Edge comes out, you're like, fuck it, Edge could win. They could just do it. I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even complain if Edge won right there. It would be one.
He looks so good.
You look good, yeah. It was such a good moment, man.
So, yeah, and it's the best moment. It's the best moment, not just in Rumble match, but Rumble pay-per-view. history. The only moment that comes close in quality is like Sammy turning on the bloodline. That's like the only two moment that I love the same amount.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I will say, like you don't get to talk about moments like that a lot in wrestling. I mean, as long as they're your favorite wrestlers and stuff, like
Yeah.
I compare that to how I felt when Banjo-Kazooie was put in Smash Brothers. That's just me.
That's
Because literally that is my favorite video game of all time, and to see them like alive again in some way, shape, or form.
reanimated and in such
Literally.
great quality, original renders in a game with Mario and Sonic and
Done
fucking Mega Man and
justice.
shit.
Done justice with like the original composers, Grant Kirkhope, great composer, like all of that shit. They literally made the perfect culmination of what he should be in Smash Brothers, and the fact that they did it on my birthday as well is literally the most hype I've ever been about anything ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I can probably tell that's exactly how most people felt with I get it, like Edge coming back.
That was me when Daniel Bryan was announced when they cleared Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That was me. Like that was an emotional day for me. Holy
Big
shit!
moment.
That was a crazy day.
It was more the like reading it and being like,
and you're like,
oh my god, he's
I
gonna
like,
talk about it
take,
on SmackDown.
I like triple take. I hit like the Instagram account and I see that it's real. And I'm reading comments. I'm seeing a bunch of wrestlers here. I'm like, you're lying to me, right? Like this like. There's no, again, like CM Punk coming out at Survivor Series where you said, you were like, I thought that I don't care. It's that I can't fathom it. I legitimately cannot believe what I'm looking at.
It cannot be fathomed.
You've been blessed with unfathomable power. Is without fathom.
Without fathom. Do you remember that
incredible.
year? Okay, this is Rumble related, but remember when Brian, like, there was that whole thing leading, like, the week before the 2018 Rumble, Brian's was like the #1 betting odds for the Rumble to win it.
I do remember
and we
this.
were like, what?
Oh my god.
Like, because there was no rumors that he was clear or anything. It was just very bizarre. We were like, huh? Like, when did this happen?
That was the first, but then you look back at it, it's like the first hint, like maybe they were trying to get him cleared for the Royal Rumble. Like maybe they were getting him cleared for just for the Rumble match itself.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
28. Oh my god. Final add Daniel Bryan into the mix of that final six.
Oh.
Add Daniel Bryan in there with Shinsuke Balor, Cena, Roman.
Imagine if he was
Ray
number
and
30 instead of Dolph.
Oh.
Maybe that's why they added Dolph into
Because
it.
it felt very weird and just like, huh? The brrr.
Oh.
Like,
And then he doesn't do anything. He eliminates Goldust and then he immediately gets clotheslined up the fucking apron and he's
I thought
eliminated.
he retired or something.
wasn't he retired? Where is he?
Oh, that's a great Michael Cole call. Didn't this guy retire or something?
Bro was so done with that shit. He was like, what the fuck?
Bro, all I've learned today is that Drew McIntyre is severely underutilized back in the day, and Michael Cole is one of the best commentators of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. That's our list.
That's the Royal Rumble. Hope y'all enjoy.
Hey, we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble when it comes around, but as of right now, that has been the good, the bad, and Bruv once more. So Wyatt, you know what that means?
Oh, shit.
I'm going to have to get the timer out.
Oh, baby.
So, I was looking at the Film Observer. They had a look at Showbud.
Okay.
It was okay.
That's fine.
It was a different direction the studio's taking. Obviously, you restarted the whole universe, but
Of
you know,
course.
something new, something fresh,
Something fresh,
that wasn't
something new.
received very well.
Yes.
So, I need you to give me your pitch. I mean, you have your whole universe already. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, exactly.
You
Yeah,
can reuse
exactly.
characters, do whatever you want. So, another 51 seconds is ready for
Okay.
you. So, count me down.
3, 2, 1.
Go crazy.
Okay, so it's the year 2469, right? And basically, we live in like this like barren kind of wasteland. It's like controlled by like the puppet master like pet people. You know, it's kind of like real 1984 stuff. And
Okay.
there's
Okay.
this one man throughout. Like he kind of has to like maneuver his way to bring the world back to its former glory. And his name was formerly the Colored. This
Oh my
man,
God.
our main character, is no longer has any colored pencils in his stash. He is all but just an eraser now. He has erasers on his body, and he goes and erases the evil doings across his once beautiful town. And the code is we actually had to replace him. He's actually played by, in this time, Will Ferrell. Yes.
Wow, what a resurgence!
Peter Griffin.
The title, by the way, the
He's
title.
the eraser.
The title was revealed in the back. It's the colored. It's still like the color because we have to marketing purposes. We gotta bring
Oh
people
yeah,
back
for
in.
marketing. Yeah, for marketing purposes.
But it's called the colored eraser head. It's like a reference to like the David Lynch movie, but like not quite,
He's the eraser. It's like
I didn't ask
Punisher.
David Lynch for permission, so hopefully he's cool with that. But
The Eraser is a crazy name for like a Punisher-esque
The Eraser.
character.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of what.
Because that implies
That's a Rorschach.
that implies you'll just like get rid of them completely, like no blood or
The
anything.
people will look up and shout, "Color us in."
And
And
I'll
I'll
whisper,
say,
no.
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 The world will shout. The world will
This
shout.
is-
Save us, and I'll whisper, Fortnite Battle Pass.
This is Will Ferrell saying this, by the way.
The idea of Will Ferrell as Rorschach is very funny.
Shut up! All right. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you.
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for watching this amazing.
Thank
movie.
you very
Enjoy
much,
the Royal
everybody.
Rumble.
Enjoy the Royal Rumble.
Don't spoil who won it because we're going to be in the past by the next episode. So don't spoil it.
Oh, hell
motherfuckers.
yeah.
And after this, we're
when
gonna
the-
watch the day one episode of Raw and see if certain someone's showing up. It's not gonna be Sasha Banks.
You mean Andrade? You mean Andrade, right?
My vote is Kalen Croft of the Dude Busters,
Yo,
former
My vote
FCW
is,
Tag Team Champion.
my vote is QT Marshall.
Y'all can vote for Sean
Ty
Spears.
Dillinger.
Sean Spears.
Ty Dillinger.
Time Dillinger.
Time's
up, Dillinger. Dillinger Escape Plan. Good band. Check them out.
Bye.
Bye. Why are we the Muppets? What the fuck is this shit? What is this shit? Like, I swerve when I come. And we're in the right back.
Okay.